My friend, today we're going to be talking about the capo. So for a capo, when you're using it on a fretted instrument, generally you don't use one on a fingerboard instrument because the frets themselves can be moved forwards and backwards to change the intonation. What do I mean by that? Well, when we're playing an open string on any instrument, it goes up a series of 12 notes. These are called minor seconds, and when it gets all the way up to the top, it repeats that tone just an octave higher, which means it has the same peaks and troughs, but now that wavelength is moving twice as fast. When you keep going up octaves, it's called compounding octaves. So a C would be represented rather than a P for a perfect eighth. What does that mean to us? When we're learning our basic chords on any stringed instrument like a guitar, you would have the C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, and then the real tricky, the weird one, the B diminished, don't play the outsides. You get all 7 chords for a key signature. Now the beauty of a capo is we can take this and put the flat long end, which has little cushions here for your frets, on the fret, but rather than putting it at an angle, crossing over any of the metal, putting it back towards there, or putting it in the middle, I have always been told to take your instrument, play it like this, put the capo as close to the front of the fret as you possibly can get, and then make sure that it's not going over the metal fretting. The reason being is you want to change the distance as if this is exactly like your nut. The distance between your nut, all the way down here to the saddle and the bridge is a finite distance. So when we shorten it, that frequency goes up. See how we're playing a C sharp, a D sharp minor, E sharp minor, F sharp major, G sharp major, A sharp minor, and B sharp diminished? You betcha. We're moving this up, and the closer we get to this fret and ride right there, the better the intonation of said chord is. So when using a capo, try to view that the chords that you already know, like your basic D major or your basic D minor, can then be used. If you hear a little bit of fretting out, simply scoot it, but make sure that this is super parallel over the top of your frettings, and it will lead to the best possible quality or tone of your triad. When you do it at an angle, it slightly alters what those notes are. You might not notice it, but if you're playing on stage with somebody, they definitely will. If you are needing to see more explanations for a capo, you can take the capo, move it anywhere upon your fretboard, and play the chords that you know. And guess what? All these chords can be played with a system called the cage system. If you don't already know about it, Google it or check it out on this channel. And subscribe to be